Shalom. Koloho Yahaba Shemi Al Shabbat Shem Kakadash. Rabban to be possibly else, great millstone, another respect to the brothers teaching and preaching the truth all over the world worldwide. Coming back at you again, with lesson through the prosperity, how about Shem Al Shah and Salaki for the lesson being cut off. You know what I'm saying? I had a phone call and it interrupted, lesson. I just decided to go ahead and and save it, save the lesson. And, what I'm saying, this is going to be part 3. And we was in, when the phone rang and it cut off, I was going to Jeremiah chapter 30, which that's where we're going to start at. Well, we left off at, we left off at Matthew 24 and 21. We're going to read that again, then I'm going to go back to Jeremiah chapter 30. It reads, "For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, nor ever shall be." And what I was getting to for Les got cut off, we were talking about Jacob's trouble. And it's going to be a great time of tribulation that the world has never ever seen, since from the beginning. It's going to be a real terrible time. And especially, it's going to be a terrible time for you Black, Latino, Native Americans, because if Jacob's trouble is going to be to purge out, the undesirable 2/3, man. And 2/3 of Israel are going to have to experience a death by pain, man, because you got the wicked 2/3 that refuse to repent and come back to the law, statute, commandments of Yahweh Shem Al Shah. And a lot of Jakes are going to be massacred, in the time of Jacob's trouble, man. Things are going to get bad out here, not just for the Israelites, but it's going to get bad for the other nations too. You know what I'm saying? Let's just get into it. And this is Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 5. "But thus said Yahweh, we have heard a voice of trembling, of fear, and not of peace. Ask ye now and see whether a man doth travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins, and a woman in travail, and all faces are turned into paleness." That means all the faces, people are going to be scared, man, for terrible fear, because it's going to be a time that it never be since from the foundation of the time of Jacob's trouble. And the only one that's going to make it out is going to be the elect of Israel, man. You know what I'm saying? Because believe you me that Jacob is already here. We're just at the beginning stages of it. You see all the things that are going on, man. You seeing that they pushing this COVID-19. You know what I'm saying? Now they gonna make it mandatory for you have to wear a mask. And if you ain't wearing a mask, you know what I'm saying, they be able to charge you $250 to $500 fine for not wearing a mask. You know what I'm saying? And that's how rough things are gonna be out here. And then now all of a sudden you got they saying that you have corn shortages, meaning that they're gonna crash the dollar, and they're gonna put it into place to push this mark of the beast, which is the RFID chip, man. They're gonna push it, and they're gonna push it with great force, man. You know what I'm saying? Because they're gonna make it mandatory for you to take this the vaccination, which the vaccination is gonna have the mark of the beast, which is the RFID chip. And then if you don't take it, you're not gonna be able, you're not gonna be able to, quote unquote, function normally in this society. That's part of that Jacob's trouble too, man. Because they're gonna make it to a point that you're gonna have to take the chip. You know what I'm saying? If you don't take the chip, you're not gonna be able to buy or sell. As you read in Revelation chapter 13, around verse 16 through 17. You know what I'm saying? You got to have that chip. You know what I'm saying? If you don't have it, then you're not gonna be able to buy or sell. You know what I'm saying? That's part of that Jacob's trouble, because it's for you Israelites, man. For those who refuse to repent, man, you're gonna die a grievous death. That what does say Yahweh Shem Al Shah. You know what I'm saying? And this is Jeremiah 30 and 7. It said, "The last, for that day is great, so there is none like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. Who's going to be saved out of it? That's going to be the elect of Israel. And so, if you read Matthew chapter 24, verse 21, it talks about the great tribulation. You know, I'm going to read again. For then shall be a great tribulation, such as it was not since the beginning of the world to the time, nor ever shall be. Yahushua was talking about Jacob's trouble. It's going to be a great time of fear, man. It's going to be a terrible time here, man. You think the signs and all the things that you're seeing now, we read Matthew 24 and 8, you know, these are just the beginning of sorrows, man. It's going to get worse than this, man. You already see people are losing their minds. You got people that are committing suicide. You got people that are losing their homes. You know what I'm saying? You got people that can't provide for their families. You know what I'm saying? You got people that don't even have the income to even buy food, man. And it comes to a point they ain't even talking about shutting down unemployment, man. You know, things are going to get real bad out here, man. And you think it's bad now, it's going to get a whole lot worse than what you see now, man. A whole lot worse. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna come to a point that we're gonna have people that they're gonna take the chip, man. They're gonna fall in line with the government. Why? Because they ain't gonna have no trust and faith in Yahweh about Shem Al-Shah. And I'm talking about the Israelites, man. 2/3 not gonna have no faith in Yahweh Shah. You know, because Isaiah chapter 30 and 31, you know, said, woe to them that trust in Egypt, man. Who's modern day Egypt? Babylon the Great, aka America. You know, our people gonna be trusting in Egypt when there's Jacob trouble here, man. Cause they gonna be like, oh, you know, if you want to live normal society, you gotta take the vaccination, and the vaccination more likely gonna have a chip in it. And a lot of our people gonna take it because they gonna want to live normal in the society, and that's just what it is, man. And this is Matthew chapter 24, verse 22. And except those days should be short, there should no flesh be saved. But for the elect saved, those days shall be short. They're talking about the elect of Israel, man. Because let's just get Daniel chapter 12, verse 1, man, because things are going to get so bad out here. Things going to get so bad out here, to the point that Michael going to have to intervene, man. And Michael have to intervene to help to save and deliver the elect, man. Because you know what I'm saying? Because things are going to get real bad out here. This is Daniel chapter 12, verse 1. And it reads, and at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble, which we talk about Jacob's trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, talking about the elect of Israel, everyone that shall be found written in the book. Who's going to be written in the book? The elect of Israel. And when we just read that scripture, things are going to get bad out here, that Michael's going to have to intervene, man. You know what I'm saying? He's going to have to intervene. He's going to protect the elect of Israel, man. You know what I'm saying? Things are going to get that bad out here. You know what I'm saying? Let's go down to verse 2, Daniel 12 and 2. It said, many of them that sleep in the dust of the earth shall awake, some to everlasting life, and some to shame and everlasting contempt. You're going to have Israelites that wake up to the truth, man, just to be destroyed. You know, they're going to know they're Israelites, but the Most High is not going to deal with them, man. You know what I'm saying? Because in order for you to be an elect of Israel, you got to be chosen by Yahweh, by Shem Al-Shah, you know what I'm saying, from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? You don't get to choose Yahweh by Shem Al-Shah. He chooses you, and you got to be called and chosen from the beginning, because Yahweh said many are going to be called, but few going to be chosen, man. You know what I'm saying? Some people, you know, a lot of Israelites wake up just to be called, but only a few people that's actually going to be the elect, that's going to be chosen. You know what I'm saying, to preach the gospel of Yahweh Shem Shah, and they're going to be saved from, from this time of Jacob's trouble, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it is. And this is Matthew chapter 24, verse 23. And it reads, if there any man shall say, lo, here is Hamashiach, or there believe it not. For there shall rise false Christ and false prophets, and shall show great signs and wonders, insomuch that if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect. You know what I'm saying? But you got a lot of false prophets, especially among Israel. You know, they claim that they're for Yahweh Shem Shah. But Paul said in the scripture, you're gonna have some people, you're gonna have some false prophets, some false prophets are breeding wolves that will enter in the end, not sparing the flock, roughly paraphrase. You're gonna have some Israelites that, you think they're in the truth, but guess what? They're not in the truth, man. They're, they're in it to trying to divide the sheep, man. Trying to get the men and women, children of Israel, to go back into the world, man, to trust in Egypt. So you got to be careful because it's, they're gonna be coming in the correct names. They're gonna be saying the correct verbiage, but you got to watch their works, man. Their works are not gonna line up with what they're teaching, man. You know what I'm saying? Let's read Matthew 24 and 24 again. It says that for there shall rise false Christ, false Hamashiach, and false prophet, and shall show great signs and wonders, insomuch that if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect. Behold, I have told you before. Behold, they shall say unto you, behold, he is in the desert going not forth. Behold, he is in the secret chamber, believe it not. So as the light coming out of the east and shining even unto the west, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. And they're talking about when Yahweh shall return, he's going to return back with them in a great big chariot, man. You can read that in Acts chapter 1, verse 9. You know what I'm saying? It's paraphrased, saying, saying Yahweh shall, that you see him going to heaven, he's going to come back in light manner, which you see him go into heaven. He got beamed up in a chariot. He's going to come back in a great big chariot. Read Isaiah 47:3. He said he's not going to meet thee as a man. We're talking about, first two verses in Isaiah chapter 47. It talks about the daughter of Babylon, which is here in America, man. You know what I'm saying? He's going to take vengeance upon this place because this place is the epitome of wickedness, man. You know what I'm saying? He's going to come at an hour that, no man know it, man. He only, Yahweh knows the day or the hour. Even Yahweh don't even know. You know what I'm saying? But when it's that time, man, you know what I'm saying, you're going to see them chariots that's going to be covering up the sky, man. But that's going to be during the time of World War III, man. They're going to be during the time, you know what I'm saying, that things are going to get real bad out here. Then they're going to come to the point that all these nations, they're going to shoot their nuclear weapons over here in America to destroy the place. And then when that takes place, and then you got Jacob's trouble, you're going to have the elect being persecuted and being hunted down, man. It's going to come to the point that, like I said, Michael's going to have to intervene. And then once these missiles begin to be shot off over here, then that's when your house shot going to come back, man. He's going to come back and he's going to gather up his elect. That's on down through Matthew 24, which we're going to get there in a minute. But they're going to come to the point that your house shot is going to come down and he's going to say the elect of Israel, man. And although they're not of the elect of Israel, you know what I'm saying, they're going to be destroyed, man, especially here in Babylon the Great. But let's just continue on. It's Matthew 24 and 28. It reads, for wheresoever the carcass is, there will the eagles be gathered together. Immediately after the tribulation of those days, shall the sun be darkened, and the moon shall not give a light, stars shall fall from heaven, and powers of heaven shall be shaken. And they're talking about those thermonuclear missiles, man. It's immediate after the tribulation, man. Which these whack-attacking Christians don't believe that you're not going to go through any type of tribulation. They believe that they believe in the so-called rapture doctrine, meaning that they believe that before the tribulation starts, all of those who profess the name of Jesus Christ, one day they will just be having a normal life, and all some people just gonna be disappearing left and right, man. Those who believe in Jesus Christ and those who did believe in Jesus Christ, they gonna have to go through 3.5 or 7-year tribulation period. That things are gonna get bad out here. Then in 3.5 or 7 years, whichever comes first, at that time, they believe it's gonna be a one-man dictator, which is the quote-unquote Antichrist, which the scripture say, there are many Antichrists that are going out into the world, man. But get back to the point, they believe there's going to be one-man dictator, which is going to be the Antichrist, and and he's going to have peace with the quote-unquote Israelites for 3.5, 7-year peace treaty, what have not. And then in 3.5 years, he's going to break the peace treaty, and they're going to start, he's going to start showing his true intent. And then at that time, then your house, quote-unquote, Jesus Christ is supposed to come back, and he's going to say the rest of those who believe in him, and then everybody else won't believe, if they miss the second go around, I guess they want to go back to the tribulation another 3.5 years, until, I guess in their mind, they won't believe everybody's going to be saved, but nevertheless, though, it's a lot, man. But we already know that that's not how the story gonna go, man. Because Yahushua, he's gonna come back one time, and when he comes back, he's gonna come back to deliver the elect of Israel, and that's right when the time when a nuclear missile being shot, and all the nations are in World War III. They're fighting against one another in the Valley of Jehoshaphat, as you read in Joel chapter 3, verse 1 through 3. He goes into that battle of Jehoshaphat, man. So let's just continue on. We'll get a few more scriptures, then we're going to close it out, because we don't want to make the lesson too long, because the attention span of the Israelites, they have a short attention span. This will happen, verse 30 goes into, Yahushua returning. We're going to go ahead and read it. Let's read verse 29 again to give understanding. This is Matthew chapter 24, verse 29. And it reads, immediately after the tribulation of those days shall the sun be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light, and the stars shall fall from heaven, which is talking about the ICBM, intercontinental ballistic missiles. And said the powers of the heaven shall be shaken, because there are going to be so many thermonuclear missiles that's going to hit here in Babylon the Great. But the scripture said that the earth is going to be rocking to and fro like a trumpet, man. That's how things are going to get real testy out here, man. And this is Matthew 24:30. And after all this going on, it said, and then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven. Yahweh shall come in his host of angels coming back in the chariots. And then all the tribes of the earth shall mourn. Why are they going to mourn? Because they know that this is going to be their end. Let's get a precept to back that up. This is Revelation chapter 1, verse 7. And it reads, behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him,